She's the magnificent, the queen.
Okay, how y'all doing out there? Thank y'all for always tuning in to watch Miss T and just listen to me and support me, and I appreciate that. Today is a very, very special day to me, my daughter's father Ace, and quite a few people. Today is Fritz's birthday. Richard Simmons, aka Fritz, aka the Consignment King. Today is his birthday. If you don't know who Fritz is, oh man, where do I start? Fritz was one of the realest men I've ever met. He was one of the most generous men I've ever known. He and my daughter father were partners. He was like a mentor to my daughter father, a brother, a friend. Man, oh, we miss him. Fritz was the consignment king. He had all the coke in the world. If you wanted to be a boss and you thought that you could do it, he gave you that chance to do it. He shared what he had. Not saying that what we was doing was right in the first place, but it was the way that people fed their families, took care of their households, paid the bills. Fritz was that man in Harlem that people went to get on. You know? Listen, I could say so much, but it's like, what do you say? I mean, where can I start? I'm not really sure. But Fritz was that guy in Harlem who wanted to make sure everybody was fed. He fed his community. He fed the block. He was a mentor to Ace, Chuck, and a lot of guys down on 112th Street. He's undeniably that dude from Harlem. Sorry. He's undeniably that dude from Harlem who had it. It's no myth about who he was, what his capabilities were as far as helping people. Um, there's no myth about him, having those things to give out to everybody, numerous of people. So, today is his birthday, and definitely want to shout him out, celebrate him in remembrance of, just him just being a great person. He was definitely that guy, man, and he's missed. So yeah, people, you got a lot of people who say that they was this, they was that. Yeah, but did you help anybody? Who did you help? Who did you do anything for? There's tons of people who will say, yo, Fritz gave me a chance. Fritz paid my rent. Fritz helped me feed my kids. Things like that. You know what I'm saying? Because when you getting it in the street, you're supposed to give back because you getting a lot of money from the community by way of destruction in the first place. Unfortunately, that was just a way for people to feed their families. Y'all know how I do. I love being outside. Sorry about the noise and stuff like that, but I just like, ugh. But yeah, man, Fritz was that guy. If you seen the movie Paid in Full, when somebody was in need and they needed to get that baby back, Fritz said, "Here go 30 keys. Also, here's some money. You use that to get your brother back, and here go this money here for you to just lay low and chill because they already looking at you." Who does that? Fritz does that. He do that. He did that. Only real people do that. A lot of people that were saying that they was homeboy man and they friend, but they ain't get that bread up. Ain't nobody say, "Yo, go and get your brother back. Take this." Fritz did that though, and he didn't have to. They wasn't friends. They didn't really get money together, anything like that. But that's what real people do, especially if he was in the position to do that. He did that. So He's definitely missed, man. Yeah. Yep. My guy Fritz, my brother, my daughter father, man. He can't talk about him without crying. That's when you know, like, you really miss somebody. He said the last times that he had spoke to Fritz before Fritz died, Fritz was crying on the phone. So that's something he'll never forget. That will always be in his head and his mind. And I think that is what makes him feel, you know, the way he do and get his emotions all, all crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because that was the last thing. Because it came to a point where Fritz couldn't really talk when he got sick. And when Ace called him from prison and they put the phone to his ear, he was crying. He missed Ace and Ace missed him. And I can't even begin to imagine what Ace felt and what Fritz felt. So yeah, we gonna celebrate him today. It's his birthday. We don't celebrate him just on his birthday. We celebrate him all the time because we loved him. Yeah, so shout out to Fritz. He was the king of Harlem. He was the consignment king. He was that guy. All I could do is smile, man, because they don't make them like him anymore. I'm just happy to have been able to know this person, been in his presence, because a lot of people didn't know him, didn't get a chance to meet him, to see what a wonderful person he was. Some of y'all probably walked right past him and didn't even know. You know why? He didn't look the part. He didn't look like anybody who could do the things that he was able to do for people. He had a plain white tee on, jeans, sitting on a milk crate, rich to death, and capable of making you rich to death. But that's how you're supposed to do. All these people flashing, driving these cars, looking like bozos. First of all, you're driving a car that you don't own. Until that car's paid off, the bank owns it. And then y'all driving these cars up the projects and stuff like that. Listen, whatever floats your boat. But he, and the gentleman that he was so humble. He could have had on chains and rings and a mink coat in the summer if he wanted to. He didn't do none of that. He looked the part of a person that's humble, able to do a lot, but he didn't look like it. And that's how you're supposed to roll. Don't get me wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with being happy that you can purchase certain things. It's okay. But sometimes a lot of people out here are overdoing it because they are pretending to be something that they're not. And they feel like the only way other people are going to gravitate to them is because they have these things. Yeah. Yep. Shout out to Fritz, man. Happy heavenly birthday.